Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our series, Contact Confirmed, the Day Humanity Was Ignored. In our previous episodes, we explored the initial shock of discovering countless alien civilizations and the humbling realization that, in the grand cosmic scheme, we weren't the center of the universe. We weren't even a footnote. But what happens after that initial sting of irrelevance fades? What do we do with this newfound knowledge? Today, we delve into the most profound question of all. What can we learn from them? Imagine, for a moment, having access to a library containing the complete history, science, and art of a million different worlds. That's the reality in this new, expanded universe. The first, and perhaps most important, lesson we learn is a dose of cosmic humility. For centuries, we believed our way was the only way, our intelligence, the pinnacle of the sheer diversity of life out there shatters this illusion. We encounter beings who communicate through color, who build cities from living crystal, and whose understanding of physics makes our most advanced theories look like child's play. This forces us to reevaluate not just our place in the universe, but the very definition of life and intelligence. We learn that there are infinite ways to think and to exist. One of the most immediate and practical areas of learning would be in energy and resource management. We're currently struggling with a planetary crisis, our resources dwindling and our climate changing. Out there, we find civilizations that have faced and overcome similar or even greater challenges. We discover that Dyson Swarm isn't just a science fiction concept. It's a standard power source for a Type 2 civilization. We learn about energy sources that tap into zero-point fields or the rotational energy of black holes. These aren't just incremental improvements. They are paradigm shifts. We learn about hyper-efficient recycling systems that operate on a molecular level, turning waste into raw material with nearly 100% efficiency. Suddenly, our planetary limits aren't so limiting anymore. The lesson here is one of possibility. Our problems are not insurmountable. They are simply problems for which we haven't yet found the right solution. Solutions that are already out there, waiting to be understood. Then, there's the field of biology and medicine. Our understanding of life is based entirely on a single data point. Earth contact with extraterrestrial biology would be like a biologist discovering a million new continents at once. We'd learn about life forms based on silicon instead of carbon, organisms that thrive in the vacuum of space, and beings that have achieved a form of biological immortality. This wouldn't just be for academic curiosity. Imagine understanding the genetic repair mechanisms of a creature that can regenerate any part of its body. This could revolutionize our approach to aging, disease, and injury. We could learn to cure genetic disorders, reverse cellular damage, and perhaps even extend human lifespans by centuries. The alien lesson here is that the perceived limits of our own biology are just that, perceived. The universe is filled with examples of life overcoming what we consider to be fundamental biological laws. But perhaps the most transformative lessons aren't in science or technology, but in philosophy, art, and society. How does a hive mind civilization experience individuality? What kind of art is created by a species that perceives 4 dimensions of space? What does ethics look like for a civilization that has existed for a billion years? We would be exposed to entirely new frameworks for morality and social organization. Some might be utopian, societies that have eliminated conflict and poverty. Others might be cautionary tales, civilizations that have fallen into technological traps or social stagnation. We might find that concepts we hold dear, like democracy or capitalism, are just 2 of a million different ways to organize a society. We would learn that there is no single best way to live. This exposure would force us to critically examine our own cultures and values, not as universal truths, but as local customs developed on a tiny, isolated planet. The universe becomes a vast mirror, reflecting our own strengths, weaknesses, and a multitude of other possibilities. However, the most profound lesson might also be the most subtle. In a universe so crowded, so ancient, and so diverse, we might finally learn what it truly means to be human. When we are no longer the only intelligent life we know, we must define ourselves by what we are, not by what we are not. Stripped of our cosmic solitude, what remains? It's our art, Our stories, our capacity for love and empathy, our irrational courage, and our relentless curiosity. We might learn from 1,000 alien races how to build better starships, but only we can write a human symphony. They can teach us their physics, but they can't feel the joy of a human family reunion. In a galaxy of wonders, our unique, fragile, beautiful humanity might turn out to be the most precious thing we have. The ultimate lesson from the aliens is not about them, but about us. It's a journey of self-discovery on a cosmic scale. The day we were ignored by the galaxy was the day we finally had to look at ourselves and ask, who are we, really? This exploration into the unknown is just beginning. The lessons we could learn are as infinite as the stars themselves, promising a future for humanity that is richer, wiser, and more wondrous than we could ever imagine on our own. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you've enjoyed this exploration into the cosmic classroom, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the sci-fi universe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. What do you think would be the most important lesson humanity could learn from an advanced alien civilization? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.